you all guys already know that. Put your hands together for Tommy Warren.
As I was listening to her monologue before I came up, I was like, how is she going to relate this to me? Well, a little bit about me is I'm 48 years old, so my bills come more a month than I do. Side joke is I do have 7 kids. That is God's honest truth. It's not my fault. I love playing with the box they come in. So I recently found out I may be perceived by you guys as being a little large. And it's not my fault I have a weight problem. It's because my favorite sandwich is an ice cream sandwich. So it'll be yours too. I mean, you go to any event, you know, if there's all kinds of little sandwiches out, someone drop a box of ice cream sandwiches, they're gone. Everyone's fighting over them. So it's not just me. Okay? Growing up, I thought, I mean, I had OCD. It turns out I had obesity. So, but I'm working on that. I recently found out, for all you men, for every so many pounds you lose, you gain an inch. I am proud to say, standing here right now, God's honest truth, I am down 35 pounds from when I started. Well, you know, they say the size don't matter, but when you try and cross the Atlantic in a rowboat, so just before coming to the show today, I figured, you know what, I live in Niagara, so it's a long drive, and I figured, you know, hey, maybe I'll get some little action before I come down. I am very embarrassed to say it, but I'm a comedian, so I like making fun of myself. It took me almost 30 fucking minutes to get my wife's bra off. Whereas this girl's looking at me like, you fat fuck. Well, no, the problem was when she walked in the room, I was more embarrassed I still had it on. I don't have the arms built for it, right? Like, I mean, in my body shape, I look like a reverse T-Rex, right? So, if, do you guys like fight? You guys are a couple, right?
Yeah.
You guys don't like fighting, right?
No, don't like it. No.
Do you guys fight a lot?
No.
No, that's good. But next time you guys are fighting, if you just want the fight to be over with, I mean, you guys can use all this information too. It's good information. If you two are fighting and you want to end it, start taking your clothes off. Because in 30 seconds, she's going to get completely uninterested in you, get a headache, and need a nap. Now for you, if he's just going on and on and on and on and won't stop, take your shirt off. Ladies, pop those puppies out. Because it is scientifically proven men lose 50% thinking ability when they see bare breasts. 25% for each one, right? And if you are out in public and you guys are still arguing, take your fucking top off. Because if I'm around, I will come over and support you. I promise you that. All women in this room, if you're out there, you take the top off because you're fighting, I will be there to support you. With open hands. So, you guys want to know a real twisted thought? No? Yes?
Yeah.
I know you guys.
Yes.
You look like you want to know this fact. It's about edible underwear. I've done a lot of research on them. Okay? Strawberry, cherry, 2 best flavors. Blueberry ones, they actually leave a stain. But if you wear them for 3 days, they taste just like regular underwear. Remember that. So. My throat is fucking dry as hell, man. I was having a shower the other day and something came to mind. What's the best form of stress relief?
Masturbating.
Right? That climax. Right? Or an orgasm. Best form. I've gotten so fucking good at it, I've become a personal trainer. So if I see you out somewhere and I come up to you and I tell you to go fuck yourself, it's because I care. I don't want to see you stressed out. Right? I will not offer to help, but I'll morally support you. So, yeah, like what a twisted fucker. I am so glad I'm married, right? 7 kids, married, all that wonderful stuff. The dating fucking scene now fucking sucks. Like when I was a kid, if I called you a butt licker, that was a great insult on the field, right? Like, I mean, you were like, you're a butt licker. All your friends would go, ooh, right? Now it's a fucking choice on a dating app. You know, you could go to a party, you could be standing there talking about licking ass. You grab that chip, you take it, you double dip that chip, they will fucking kill you. But eating ass is okay. Not my thing. What am I talking about? I'm fucking fat, I'll eat anything. That's true. You know, but I'm a comic, so as you guys all know, I am absolutely rolling in overdraft. I am so fucking broke, right? My wife's working a lot, right? Working extra shifts because I'm a comedian. I'm a Canadian comedian, right? So my wife hasn't been there a lot. So I was looking online and I was thinking of buying a fleshlight. You understand, right? So, well, that fucking shit's expensive, especially the designer ones. You can order your favorite porn star's vagina. That's a fleshlight. So I was like, no, I need to get something. So I went to everyone's favorite marketplace. I went to Facebook Marketplace. I found one. I found one.
Oh no.
And I will tell you right now, it's a little worn. There's a rip on the side, but it feels just like the Queen Mother. So I'm selling samples of it in the parking lot after the show if anyone's interested. If you want to know how it feels, I'll let you sample it, but you gotta promise to clean it out when you're done. Christian's looking at me like, I'm so glad I didn't fucking eat. Are you upset because it's used, or did you just picture me, my fat ass, pumping this fucking thing? So, having kids, they give me a lot of joy. My mom told me, I can't wait till you have one like you. Do you guys have kids? Your parents ever tell you, can't wait till you have one just like you? No. Mine did. And I do. My youngest, fucking dick. I love you, Ronald. Well, I'm recording right now, so I gotta say that by law. They'll take them from me. We were driving around a few years ago. My son was 4 or 5 years old at the time. We were just out for a drive. This is when gas was affordable, right? So we were just out for a drive. And I heard my little guy say to his older brother, well, look at Dad, he's fat. I'm driving. So my wife spins around us, and she's like, you can't say that, that's rude. And this little psychopath of a child looked at my wife and said, it's not rude if it's true. I just got called out by my fucking son for being fat. If I wasn't so fat, I would have been able to reach him to backhand him, but it didn't work. So, a few weeks ago, I've got an old Coupe de Ville. I used to have an old Chevy truck. I'm a car guy. I'm a huge auto enthusiast. My buddies were over. We're all up in the garage working on our cars, right? And we were talking about our favorite cars. I mean, anybody here have a car they sold and they regret? Mm-hmm. Right? You're like, oh man, I wish I didn't sell that car. So my buddy asked the question, and I knew the moment he asked it, my son was going to say something fucking stupid. What's your favorite ride? So my buddies were saying, oh, my one buddy said, he really misses his 73 Mach 3 that he had, and this and that. And my son, at this point, he's vibrating. So Carl looks at him and goes, what's up? He goes, I know my dad's favorite ride. I just went, fuck. Looked right at him, so my big smile big and goes, my dad's favorite ride is my mom. The reason why I wasn't so shocked by what he was about to say was the day before he said that at school. And the teacher heard him. So that call was interesting, especially when I was sitting there and they were like, what are you teaching your son? I was like, well, it's not my fault. The little bugger over here is what I said. But I mean, I am very glad where I am in life because I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about me. 7 years ago, I got a call no one wanted to hear. I got a call that I was suffering and I had advanced colon cancer. And I needed a surgery right away. I needed to make a whole bunch of life changes or I was going to die. So I did the surgery, I made the life changes, and I'm here today, 7 years later, cancer free. Because of having cancer, after I got cancer, my body was fucked up. I got diabetes and all that. So every year I have to go in for this great big whole goddamn fucking physical, right? Like, you know, kind of like what you ladies got to go through where they want to know where all your bits and goodies are doing, right? So last year I went in for my physical. And I walk in, I know the drill, so I get naked, I sit on the table, put my feet in the stirrup. That was a fun experience. The girl before me was really short. So I'm sitting there. My doctor walks in, washes his hands in the coldest fucking water in the universe. Guys, what happens when something cold gets a little too close to your boys? Right? We got shrinkage going on. I already fucking have body disproportion issues. He cups my balls after washing his hands and goes, cough. I looked down. He looked up. Keep in mind, folks, where he is and what he's holding. Have you ever involuntarily winked at someone? Oh, I did. I locked eyes with my doctor, and I... Totally involuntarily, I was like, fuck. And my doctor, his now mouth is agape. My cock's right here. And he's like, so now, you know what, fuck this, I'm making this weird. Just put my hand on his head. At this point, he still hadn't walked away or moved. So I ran my fingers through his hair.
No.
Yeah. The real great, the most awesome part about this, in 2 weeks I go in for this year's physical. I'm thinking of like ball jazzling it. Remember those little bedazzlers from the 80s and 90s? Put a couple little beads, just a little bit of glitter on there. Right? Presentation, right? Like if you go down on a girl and she got a little glitter going on there, you know she's put some thought into that. Or she has kids and she grabbed the wrong face cloth to clean up before she left. Well, folks, that's been my time. And I've had an absolute blast tonight. It was my first time here as the judge. I absolutely want to thank everyone for it. Thank you very much for coming up and supporting my comedy and entertainment.
Keep it going for Tommy Worm, everybody.